Hello viewers and welcome to my channel once again. Spend some time with me here. Let's go through and educate ourselves. Let's go through how you can immigrate to Canada. And today's edition is a very fantastic and an easiest and a secret pathway that you can also immigrate to Canada to live, work, and leads to permanent residency. If this is new, if you are new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button, press on the notification bell so that anytime I upload an information in a new video, you'll be notified. Then you go and watch so that you can also put it into practice. So without wasting much time, let's dive into it. One of the easiest pathway that you can immigrate to Canada is through the AIP, that is the Atlantic Immigration Program, which was formerly Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program, that is AIPP. It was a pilot. They wanted to test the market to see if it's going to work. And it worked, and it became permanent. So they named it Atlantic Immigration Program. Now let's find out what this means. Yes, the Atlantic Immigration Program is a pathway to permanent residency for skilled workers and international graduates who wants to live and work in one of the 4 provinces in Canada. And these 4 provinces are Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Foundland and Labrador, and Prince Edward's Island. The Torontos, the Quebec, the British Columbia, Manitoba, Saskatchewan are not part of it because they are not in the Atlantic region. So if you need to be in one of these regions, then this program is for you, or this video is for you. But if you don't want to live in one of these provinces, then my friend Oya, you need to, maybe look for a different program, because they are looking for people. There are more work in them. They are looking for people to live and work in these Atlantic regions. Now, before you be able to take part in this program, you must have a job offer from you must have a job offer from an employer in this in one of these Atlantic regions or Atlantic provinces. You must have a valid job offer before you are eligible. But I'll show you how to search. And it's not all employers that are designated to take part in the program. They have list of employers. So if you go to a website, you find an employer and you check in the list and the employer is designated, then you can apply for the jobs, or you can apply for. But if the employer is not designated, then I'm sorry, that employer is not eligible to take part in the program. So you have to skip to the next employer, or you have to search for employers. Don't worry, I'm going to leave a link in the description boxes or the description below. You can check the employers in all the 4 provinces. Then you'll be able to and also take part in the program. And once you have a job offer from the province or an employer, then you are eligible to continue the process. And mind you, as I told you, Canada has a standard resume writing or a standard CV. So if you want me to tailor your CV to suit the job market, I'm prepared to do so for you at just some small coins. I'm just prepared to help you with that. And Canada, they don't look through the CVs. They have a software called the ATS, Application Tracking System. So if it involves the keywords, maybe the description of the job offer or the description of the job, and you have some of the keywords in it, then the ATS can pick you. Then you'll be shortlisted for an interview. So employers doesn't have, because they receive thousands of CVs every day, so they don't have the time to go through. So they use that software. So to tailor your CV to the job market, then I'll make a video on how to make the CV, but if you want me to also do it for you, fine, that's cool. Yes, that's cool. And mind you, note, you don't send one CV to an employer or employers. About 6 employers, they send the same CV. No, because everybody's advertising or want the job role is different from companies to companies. So if you send one CV to all of them, maybe this person job description is this, and the other person job description is that. So if you send this CV to this person, maybe it has some of his job description as a keyword in your CV. The next person doesn't have that same keyword. Maybe the job role or the job description has changed drastically. So you'll not be able to be eligible for a job offer. So I'll dive into that as a topic on its own. But as I said, if you want me to write to you, feel free to contact me anytime. Okay, now let's move back in. They said this is an employer-driven program designed to help employers in Atlantic Canada to hire candidates for jobs which have been unable to fill locally. And let me give you this tip. Before Canada, they recruit foreign workers. They need to demonstrate to the labor department or the labor market that they couldn't find any Canadian citizen or permanent residents to do that particular job. So they need to look elsewhere. So they will apply for LMIA, which is Labor Market Impact Assessment. When they get that document, then they are eligible to hire foreign workers. Mind you, when they get that document, then they will be eligible to hire foreign workers. Some jobs in Canada now are LMIA exempt. That means they don't need the LMIA to, hire foreign workers. So in that case, the employer is going to pay an employer compliance fee of $230 before they'll give him an offer of employment number, then that number will be given to the prospective candidate or the prospective employee so that the person will use it in his or her application. Yeah, mind you, you can do it on your own. If you stay cool with me, get through the process step by step. You're going to do it on your own. Forget about paying money to agents. In the long run, they give you fake documents. I saw one at the airport when I arrived at the Montreal airport. That is the Elliott Trudeau airport. I saw one over there. And he said, it's an agency who did this for her. And they asked her that you have to go back to your home country. Look for the school that you want to go and make sure it is on the designated learning institution list. Then apply when you get the proper documents. Because your name doesn't even reflect in the database at all. So paying money to agents, sometimes this agent will be very deceiving. Sometimes too, what they'll do is when a step proceeds and you have to do this, then they'll go and pay this before I'll issue it to you, pay that. But you can do it on your own. I did it on my own. I just did it on my own and everything. So people call me, hey, which agency did you use? How did you go about it? Not so. I did it everything on my own. And when I applied for my work permit, not less than 3-4 months, it's been approved. And I was preparing to come to Canada. So forget about paying money to agents or people who in the long run, they deceive you and they take huge sums of amount of money. I call them scammers. Although if an agency is what legitimate, I call them scammers because they want to extract money away from you, but you can do it on your own. So let's dive back. Now, to immigrate to Atlantic Canada or through this program, you must either be a skilled worker or a recent graduate of a recognized postgraduate institution in Atlantic Canada. That's all. These two. So if you're a skilled worker, like you are a plumber, mason, electrician, aluminium fabricator, a nurse, any other jobs. If you are working, if you have a job, if you are working, then be eligible to apply for this program. Now let's look at the step by step. I will leave a link description in the box below. You have to read everything, and if you don't understand anything, you can contact me. I'll be there to guide you and assist you in everything. Yes, but before that, in my first video, I made mention of the IELTS, that is the International English Language Testing System, and the ECA, that is Educational Credential Assessment. You must get those documents ready. IELTS, you go to British Council website. I will leave the link and everything in the West. You go to the British Council website. You look through, book a date, pay the fee. You go and write your English proficiency exams. And mind you, this program accepts CLB, at least CLB 4. That is the lowest score, which is you should get 4, 4, 4, 4 in all the models. That is the reading, writing, listening, and speaking. If you're able to get 4 in all, you are being qualified. You have CLB 4. So that is the Canadian language benchmark. So you'll be able to use it. Then the WES, that is the educational credentials. I use WES because it's faster for me, but they have other bodies like about 7 there. IQAS, ICAS, and the rest. Yes, but I use WES, that is the World Education Services. It's a faster, they are very fast. It's a faster for me, and I use that. So mind you, get these 2 documents ready first before you are ready to apply for. In all my videos, I keep on mentioning that is immigration ready. So get these 2 first before we'll be able to go in, apply for the program. Now, I will leave a description below so that at least you'll be able to, look through. Now, let's look at other eligibility. Who can apply? Everybody can apply, provided you are an international graduate of a recognized post-secondary institution in Atlantic Canada. And when we talk of international graduate, it doesn't mean maybe international students. You must be a foreign national who have schooled or who have been to the university or college in one of the Atlantic region. Because when you move to other country, you are international student. So they say international graduate of a recognized post-secondary institution in Atlantic Canada. So it doesn't mean that you are international student. Even if you are international student and you schooled in Toronto, you are not eligible for it because you didn't school in one of the Atlantic region. They want people who have schooled or who have completed their college degree or their master's degree in one of these Atlantic region, being Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Foundland and Labrador, and Prince Edward Island. Okay, so that's it for now. And before that, quickly, actually, I've gotten these 2 immigration documents ready. That is the IELTS and the ECA. You can simply come, but I'll leave the link description below, so you can simply come to. Let me take my computer. Okay. Okay. Now, when you get on your, sorry, I have to do this. When you get on your computer like this, you open indeed.ca. So I'm going to type Indeed. It's one of the website for Canada, indeed.ca. Then you see there's a search button here. There's a search button here. So you click on it. Then your profession, maybe I want to be a nurse. You type a nurse. Then maybe where, maybe let's say Nova Scotia. click on find jobs. Now, before that, I'll leave, as I said, I'll leave the description box below. Now they said registered nurse here. So when you click on it, they said what? Elder rest home. So you can just copy it like this. Then go to the designated learning, the designated employers. This is Nova Scotia. So you can do Control and F. Then you can paste it. You can paste that. Sorry. Control it. Then you can paste that. Yes, you so it's found. So that means that employer is being designated to take part in the program. So you can proceed on and apply. Then the mode of applicant, just click on apply. Then they said the mode of application is you need to fill your details on the Indeed website. You add your CV and everything to it, then you are done. Now let's move on to another one. Licensed practitioner nurse, that is LPN, in Berwick, Nova Scotia. So let's see if this one is also part of the designated institution. Sorry, designated employers. It's part. You see, the Ground View Mona Continuing Care Community. So it's also part. So you can be doing that all the time. You can be doing that. Let's look at for another, let's say a plumber. Okay, a plumber. Then this one is Wilson's Heating. Wilson's Heating. This employer is not found on the designated learning institution. Oh, sorry, designated employers. This employer is not found on the employers list. So you need to go to the next one, which is Skyline Electric Limited, also in Louisdale in Nova Scotia. Then this employer is also not found on the designated institution. Then maybe you can also go in as plumber apprentice or plumber helper. Let's see, we have plumber, journey's person, and apprentices, all levels. So let's see, Pro Western. Let's look at. It's also not found on the list. So that means this employer is also not taking part in the. Let's look at this employer apprentice, Ruby LLP. This employer is also not taking part. Yes, this is not the only website you can apply, but we have other websites in which I'm going to also add it to it in the description so that you check the job vacancies and everything. Now we can also see production worker. So mind you, if okay, so let's look at this. They say vial packaging. So we want to see whether it's on the designated list. Vial packaging is there, so you can apply for that because vial packaging is there. Then we have head brewer, Paddy's brew pub. Oh shit. This employer is not on the designated list. We have so many of them, so Then if you are done with here, you can move to New Brunswick. Then you can see also the production workers available. Then you can also do the same thing. Let's look at Tim Hortons Sackville, and let's see, which is located at Sackville. So we move to the New Brunswick. This employer is not on the designated list, so that means this employer cannot take part in the program. So you cannot apply to this job because they will not be looking for you. Yes, so I'm going to leave the link in the description box below. I mean, you apply for more jobs, but before that, get this document ready. In case you don't understand anything, then you just let me know so that you'll be able to take it up from there. And I hope you have enjoyed this section. And once you get a job offer, what you need to do is you've gotten the job offer now. What you need is, as soon as you get a job offer, okay, now you're going to send your job offer to settlement, like you're going to get a settlement plan. So we have companies or agencies who are designated to do that, and that is free of charge. You don't need to pay anything for that. So once you send your job offer to these settlement agencies, they're going to do a settlement plan for you. If you are immigrating alone, if you are coming with your family, they're going to have the settlement plan for you. Once this settlement plan is done, they'll forward it back to you. Then you forward it to your employer. Okay, so now your employer will also take it to what? To the province. Example, if you had a job offer in Nova Scotia, once this settlement plan is done or is finished, the process has been done for you. You send it back to your employer. Your employer will send it to Nova Scotia, okay, for endorsement. So once the province endorses you, a certificate will be issued to your employer, and your employer will send you that certificate. Then you start packing your things and begin your Canadian journey, because it also allows you to apply for your permanent residency, because this program leads to a permanent residency. But sometimes the permanent residency will take a little bit longer. So employers would like you to come on a work permit, that you come as a temporary foreign worker. So you apply to CIC or IRCC, okay, for your work permit. And once I show you how to apply for your work permit, it's very easy. But I'm going to also make a video on its own, how to apply for work permit when you're outside Canada. When you're inside Canada, you can still apply for your work permit, but you need to go outside and re-enter Canada again, because you are going to be issued your work permit at the port of entry. That is the border. That is the first Canadian airport that you land. It's your port of entry. In my case, I landed at Montreal Airport, so that is my first port of entry. That's where I had my work permit. Okay, yes. So employer would like you to come on your work permit whilst you are also filing for your permanent residency. And in no time, you and your family can become a permanent resident in Canada. And the staying in Canada for about 360 days or more can lead to Canadian citizenship. So why don't you take advantage of this program? Once again, if you are new on my channel, or if you haven't subscribed yet, click on the subscribe button, press the notification bell, so that anytime I load a video, you just get notified. And I mean, you can. So that is all we have for now. I'm going to leave everything in the description below. You go through. If there is any question that you understand, feel free, send me hi, or send me in the comment section, or if you have any other alternative I will going to share my handles, my Facebook and my Instagram and my TikTok handles, so that in case you don't understand anything too, I mean, you can just holler at me. All right. Okay, that's all for now. God bless you and stay blessed. Bye bye.